Hi guys, it's me. I am doing a video because I just want you to know that I reached my today I reached my goal, my weight goal. I had set this goal for last year. I did not make it at all. And within, I don't know, 3 months of living in Miami, I lost the weight. So I have to set my next goal, my next weight goal. I'm not telling you guys the weight because I don't feel comfortable telling people my weight. I don't know, some people are. I'm just not one of those people. But yeah, I am now in the hundreds. That's what I can tell you. And do the math. But yeah, it was a struggle because I really just didn't know. Like, I know how people say, yeah, like, just stop eating so much and exercise more. And yeah, in theory, it's really easy. But when you're battling, food addiction and emotional eating, and you're going through a whole transition in your life, it's really difficult, And even though I was walking. Walking has been the one thing that has been consistent in my life. Not just because I walk my dog, but walking has been the most consistent exercise that I've been doing. And I just wasn't doing, I realize now I wasn't doing enough of it and more consistently when when I wasn't losing weight, obviously. And I've come up with a theory with food, which kind of works for me that, like, when I go grocery shopping, if I want to do a little binge, like, I will. It won't be a full bill binge, but I do it outside of the house. It's like if I'm going to cheat, it's going to be a little binge outside of the house and I don't eat anything else for the rest of the day. I don't keep anything bad in my house. That's been the hardest. If I do want to have brownies, then I'll make the brownies and I'll eat it basically the whole day. And it's just not healthy, but I'll get it out of my system. And then after that, I don't want to have another brownie. But I won't eat anything else. So it's like, I don't know, this weird system for me has been working. It's like, don't bring anything in the house that's bad for you. And then I've been basically trying to cook more, and I don't have any easy meals, so that's been helping too. I still have to get better at it. Like, if there's a time where, because everything in my refrigerator needs to be made, needs to be prepared, needs to be cooked. If my kitchen is a mess and I don't want to cook, then you know what? I don't freaking eat. And that's been like, I think what's been helping me is basically that. It's like not bringing any bad food in the house. If I am going to eat something bad, like, go out and eat it. If I want to get a coffee and a pastry, then walk there, get it, walk back, you know what I mean? And that's it. Make that your one thing. So it's not like I'm limiting myself. Like, I'll eat pastries and coffee, but then the rest of the day I limit my food. You know what I mean? So I've come up with a way to balance. And also, since I've pretty much cut out, I don't have sugar in my house. I have honey. And yeah, so that's been like being strict on what I bring into the house has been. And if I do want something sweet, I have to walk for it. So I'll walk to the cafe and then I'll have something and then I'll leave it there. But like bringing bad food, I haven't been going out to eat. I mean, I haven't, I mean, obviously, like, before I had like alcohol in my house, like maybe I'll have a glass of wine here and there. I cut out the alcohol. There's no more alcohol in my house. And I don't know what it was, maybe it's stress, but these like little things about like being like not bringing anything bad in your house, just being strict on that. And if you do want something, walk to eat it. Like if it's bad, then walk. Like don't go to like a bakery that's like, you have to drive to. No, go to the one that you have to walk like a mile to get there, a mile back, because it gives you this like idea that, you know, okay, you'll burn it off on the way there, on the way back. And another thing that's helped is I downloaded, steps that tells me how many steps I did per the day, and then two other walking apps. One gives basically it like you can earn a gift card once you walk a certain amount. So every day you walk and you collect these coins, and at the end of like 10,000 coins, you get like a $10 gift card. So, I mean, it's small, but it's interesting. Then there's another app. I'm gonna list these two apps below. Yeah, walking has been. I haven't. It's basically have been controlling my food a little bit better, fasting, and walking, being consistent in walking, and that has really helped. I felt like the weight just came off without me even trying. Also, not drinking alcohol, not going out. I've been very strict, like I'll be honest, and also I've been sad. I've been, there are times I'm just depressed. I don't want to eat, or I'm stressed out. So I think that's also helping in some weird way. But now I'm trying to come up with an easier, healthier way of doing this. And I'm still going to stick with like what I'm doing now, which is don't bring anything bad in the house. I've tried. There's times I'm like, oh, okay, I can have crackers. Crackers not that bad. I will eat the whole entire box in 3 days, So I really don't have that type of self-control. And I think I've kind of admitted it to myself. Like if I have to pay, but some weirdness is I don't mind buying like $3, pastry and sitting there and eating it, like it's, or making a whole box of like making a batch of brownies and eating that all day. And like, like I allow myself to binge here and there, when I'm outside of the house, but it's really rare, and I don't make myself feel bad about it. I just realize like, okay, this is what we're doing right now, I think before I was really hard on myself. If I ate something bad, I was like hard. I would force myself to eat salads even though I didn't really like it. Now I think another thing is the recipes, cooking recipes, like actually having a recipe and cooking it has been helping me a lot, not just saving money, but like making healthy food taste better. I made like a creamy corn salad recipe the other day. It was really good. I made, I realizing like I get bored with food. So like I have to transmute the energy of, instead of using food for just when I'm sad and eating bad food, I can now be excited about the creative process of creating a recipe and like making food from a recipe, like getting inside it, having like kind of switching the emotions from being depressed and eating stuffing myself with like bad food, by like, okay, like I'm excited about food, so I'm gonna try this healthy recipe, that, what I mean? What I'm trying to say is your attachment to food doesn't have to, you can still be as obsessed with food, but instead of like, instead of giving into the emotion of sadness and emotionally eating, you can give into the emotion of excitement and like creating a new food. And that's been interesting. So yeah, I think that helped. Now my next step is adding more weights, doing more resistance, and doing a dance video, like adding a dance, like I'm upping my steps from 10K to 15K steps. And and I'm basically doing a dance video, and starting to do some weights, resistance weights, and yeah, that's kind of what I'm at. I'm adding the weights now, and I think I'm going to become more intentional, maybe start doing food prepping, because I think that when you do food prepping and making the food ahead of time, it makes it so much easier, because you're in the creative process. Yeah, so I'm gonna change those couple things and to see where I go now. My next goal is to lose 25 pounds, and get back to my original weight, which has been the biggest struggle. My original weight is not my ideal weight, but my original weight is what I have been in my 30s, and in my 20s. Like, I've stuck to this one weight, and from there, I'm gonna get there. That's like my goal. And then after getting there, I'm gonna probably, but yeah, a lot of fasting, a lot of being really strict with yourself, a lot of like no drinking, a lot of walking, and a lot of just, but binging when you feel like it, but outside of your house, and making yourself work for it. Like, if you're gonna binge walk there, like, don't go crazy. Also, I think when you're stressed, some people eat a lot. I don't know why, but I just haven't been eating as much. So I think that's helped. But yeah, I'm really excited. I finally reached my goal, which took like a year and a half. I'm not gonna lie.